People say defect rate, a lot of times they think it means, a final cell or a final pack that goes through a quality check, but it's each one of those nodes. So those numbers you're quoting, if you look at it just on a mass basis, it actually ends up being quite a bit higher as well. Different types of powders and slurries and scrap metals all become waste products. And a lot of those intermediate and maybe unconventional waste products are even harder for conventional companies to recycle. So those pile up on these sites and manufacturing facilities. They're not quite sure what to do with them. And again, by having a reverse manufacturing process, we don't simply mix all the materials together and put them in the front end. So when we have our module section dissecting down to the cell level, any defects we receive at the cell level, we feed into that intermediate feed stage where it's already in the partially deconstructed set. And then the same with the powders and slurries. We feed those towards the back end of our system where the recycling stream is already back down to powders and slurries. And you talk about switching chemistries, part people may overlook is really the type of qualification that's needed whenever a large chemistry change is made. So they're not necessarily defects, but there are hundreds of millions of cells that are made just for testing, just for characterization, to go through that qualification process that are never sold to market. So all of those need to be processed as well. And then the ability to take each of the elements we pull out and not just sell them back to a market, not just to the industrial market through a downcycling process, but actually to take them and purify them all the way back to battery cathode grade is not a trivial process. And then working closely with both the cell manufacturers and the step before them, the cathode refiners, to actually send these materials back to them in the exact form they need to really make that a true closed-loop economy and return that material right back into the system.